Now, I don't wish to panic anyone, but it looks like it might be about to happen. West Ham might be about to make an actual permanent signing. I can't believe it either. Yet here we are. Kurt Zouma is reportedly on the verge of joining West Ham United. Welcome everyone to Hammers Chat, where we've got the details. I've collated them all for you. We can talk about it. We can get your opinions on it in the comments section below. Let's get to it. Kurt Zouma, the 26-year-old French centre-back from Chelsea, is reportedly about to happen. £26 million is the fee in question in that sort of region. That was never sort of in doubt. It was clear that Chelsea wanted to move him on. They have their eyes on another French centre-back, Jules Koundé off of Sevilla, I believe. They're looking at other options. They have their eyes on other people, and so Kurt Zouma was probably the person who was most likely to make way. So that's never been in doubt. We've been in talks in this in a couple of months now, or for a month or something. We've poked, we've prodded, but the problem was always Kurt Zouma and Kurt Zouma's agent, maybe looking for something else. Wasn't super keen on going the other way in a Jules Koundé deal, and there was always problems about wages. Apparently, he's on. This is what I've seen. It's what I've seen on Twitter, right? 125k a week at Chelsea. So clearly that would be an issue for a club like West Ham. However, in the past sort of 10 hours, 6 hours, there seems to have been a breakthrough. There seems to have been a breakthrough on that front. Personal terms seem to have been agreed. We've got a medical supposedly booked in Paris for either today or tomorrow. I think that's what I saw. 85k a week is the agreement. Now, I suspect that will include add-ons, performance bonuses, clauses, all of that palaver, all of that contractual palaver, but that's the basics we're looking at. Kurt Zouma to West Ham, 26 million, 85k a week. Now, is this a good deal? First of all, I want your opinions, because I think Kurt Zouma is an interesting buy. I think it's an interesting move for him as well. I'm very happy with this. I'm maybe hesitant to spend so much on a centre-back personally, when I know we've got so many different places in our squad that I think we need backups. I think we need different people in different positions. So if the rumours of the reported £45 million are correct, which I'm guessing they are, I'm feeling like they are. That's sort of the number I was suspecting anyway. Spending over half of that on a centre back is a lot. However, if you look at it through the prism that this idea that David Moyes only wants to buy starters, only wants to buy people who are going to come in and affect the first team, who are going to challenge for first team places. He doesn't want backups. He don't want no backups, yeah. He wants people who are going to come in and do the business early doors. Then spending this much on a centre-back probably makes sense. I mean, after the Newcastle game, if you watched Two Spanners, One Hammer, the Hammers Chat Patreon exclusive podcast, that's made just for you, that I do in the patreon.com/Hammers Chat, that we do on there, the conversation around that was Dawson. We need to replace Dawson. We need to upgrade on Dawson. And if you're looking at that starting 11, you're saying, where would be the person you would upgrade first? A lot of people would pick Dawson. So it makes sense in that. It makes sense through that prism that we're spending over half of our budget on Kurt Zouma. Does it make sense through other ones? Before we get into all of that, though, first of all, let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Get involved. OneFootball. It's a lovely app. It's a thing. They're sponsoring us at the moment. Good people, thank you very much. We appreciate it. It's social media and football combined. You don't have to click on the BBC Sport or the Sky Sports homepage, right? And then you get all of these stories. Harry Kane staying at Tottenham. I don't care, bruv. Do you know what I care about? I care about West Ham. You click follow on West Ham. It's personalised. You only get the news you actually want, you're actually interested in. None of this other fluff. You know, when you watch like the game and then they spend half an hour talking about Liverpool and Manchester United before actually talking about West Ham, even though Liverpool and Manchester United played yesterday or whatever. None of that. When Kurt Zouma signs, you're going to see it first on the OneFootball app. It's going to pop up on there. It's going to say, bang, Kurt Zouma signs for West Ham. No fluff. No ancillary nonsense. Okay? OneFootball. Link in the description below. Link in the comment section below. If you click on it, it helps us out a lot. And thank you very much to OneFootball, of course. Now, does it make sense from his perspective? He needs to leave Chelsea, in my opinion, right? He's 26 years old. He joined them when he was 19. And he was one of those people who they buy with bucket loads of potential. They try to loan him out a couple of times and they either get good enough to play first team or they get good enough to sell for huge money, right? Kurt Zouma was good enough to be sold a long time ago. And he's sort of been on the verge of being good enough to start for them consistently. He went out on loan a couple of times. That did happen. It was at Stoke was the first one. I can't remember whether that was the season they got relegated or the season before that. But he played well enough there. He was one of the brightest sparks in that Stoke team. And then the season after that went to Everton, and that was where he really started to put his foot down. That was really started to show the development progress he had made. Because at Chelsea, don't get me wrong, he was still playing relatively frequently. He was making 20-something appearances in the league every season. But after that, he came back from Everton, and it was like, okay, Kurt Zouma's here now. Kurt Zouma's here. He's going to try and make that jump to be first choice at Chelsea centre-backs. And by and large, he's done that. Don't get me wrong. He's never been someone who's played the most amount of games in the world for Chelsea, but they've obviously had a breadth of centre-backs that have come in and out. You're talking David Luiz, you're talking Christensen, you're talking Thiago Silva. There's a lot of people there who are playing a lot of game time, and it's all sort of a lot of rotations going on, but he was one of the higher up on that pecking order. And on Twitter today, I have seen a couple of Chelsea fans being like, whoa, we're selling Kurt Zouma to West Ham. This is should we be doing this? He's a good centre-back. He's a big, beefy boy. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I actually think Kurt Zouma, and statistically, this backs this up. I don't want to use the word cultured, but the dude can pass. The dude has a much, much, much higher pass completion rate than any of our centre-backs by a significant margin. Like, he's in the 90s frequently, whereas our centre-backs tend to be in the sort of 70 to high 70 range. 80 or a push. And his pass completion rate is so good. He's played right back a couple of times. And I think that's probably because he can actually do something on the ball. So when they get further forward, it's not a complete loss. Like, imagine Diop at right back. Oh my God. Terrifying prospect going forward. Terrifying prospect. But he's a good player. He improves our centre-back options. He is better than Dawson. Is he better than Ogbonna? He's in and around that area. I'd probably put Ogbonna ahead of him currently, but Ogbonna's also in his 30s. Kurt Zouma is 26. This is a guy who's coming into his prime as a centre-back. He's not quite there yet. He's coming into it. It's the right time for him to leave. He needs to go and find a permanent home. That Chelsea probably wasn't for him. Is West Ham the right choice for him? It's an interesting choice. I mean, we can't guarantee him, and we wouldn't guarantee him first-team football. Let's be real. David Moyes will tell him that he doesn't guarantee anyone first-team football. But if he's playing up to his consistent levels, he will be ahead of Dawson. It will be Zouma and Ogbonna. And the other good thing about Kurt Zouma as well, I should say, his injury record's pretty clean. He did do his ACL once, I think, in 2015 or 16, something like that. I did look it up. But apart from that, I mean, it's basically a clean bill of health for the guy, which is good for us. 26 million, it's a lot. 85k puts him in the top bracket of earners at West Ham United, especially with add-ons and whatnot. But our search for a centre-back is over. David Moyes has got someone who apparently he's very happy with. He apparently has a great attitude as well in terms of like fitting in with the squad, which is something I know a lot of us will be super happy about. And so it's happening. We're making a permanent signing, everyone. It's foolhardy to make this video now because I suspect it will happen very soon. But good times. Good times abound. Good times aplenty. How do you feel though? That's my opinion. I'm A-okay with this, but how do you feel? Let me know in the comments section below. 26 mil, 26-year-old, French international. What are we vibing? What are we saying, people? Let me know. If you've liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. We will see you soon. Probably, not going to lie, with a video that says Kurt Zouma signed for West Ham. I don't even know what I'm going to title this one yet. We'll see when I get to the edit. Anyway, see you next time, people. Bye.